Hello, everyone. I guess you clicked on this video because you like the picture with the owl on the cover, and I have terrible news for you. We are running out of owls. So, Lera, you were working on the next covers for the next
Yep.
episodes, and you could find only two funny owls to put on the cover.
Yeah, and one of them were like not even that funny. So
What we're gonna do now? People watching this, do you have a new suggestion for the animal? Do we just put something not funny on the cover? Would you click if we put a not funny owl on the cover? And I have an answer for you. But before that, I have a very, very good joke. So let's guess how many people subscribed to our YouTube channel since our last YouTube video.
We already know the answer.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah, this is the
Unfortunately.
second time we're trying to record that, and this joke just doesn't work. Okay, the answer is -4. Let's just like start the show
it.
already. Let's skip it. Let's skip it. Anyways, if you're watching that, and I mean, can you subscribe to the channel so it's a bit more than -4 subscriptions?
We want to get the break-even points.
Yeah, but on a good point. The last episode actually got 89 views, which is pretty much 89 views more than we expected, so we're getting somewhere.
Yay.
And with that, let's actually start the show. I brought an article today. What did you bring?
I brought a podcast today, very serious one.
I brought not so serious news, something weird, but maybe you'll be interested to discuss that.
Who is brave enough to start today?
Do you want to start with the weird stuff?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Really? Okay. Okay, so maybe Lera, you won't really like the news that I brought, but actually LinkedIn is launching stories. Ba-ba!
Ew.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
actually announced that like a half a year ago, something like 5 months or something. But they actually started testing it last week. And when I read this news, I was actually a bit surprised. I didn't know how to react. It seems that everything is bringing on stories, and I don't know what's the point to bring them on LinkedIn. And apparently, they see a point in the fact that a lot of people are working from home and you can actually share what's going on with your colleagues. But is LinkedIn the place where you are actually sharing this information? And the other thing that they seem to actually try to achieve is they would like to onboard new people and make people actually start using it more on mobile. And well, actually, this refers to a Z generation. And Lara, I guess this is you.
And like,
And
I don't in general like LinkedIn, or because it's like, it's
we are three working on this startup thing, right? And I was trying to convince Lera to register on LinkedIn and look onto her face and the pain on her face, like LinkedIn.
it's like terrible. It's so old fashioned, and I'm like,
at least now you know how life was in 80s. So
I mean, yeah, but we're not in 80s. That's the point. I mean, why would I have
exactly? But people get used to it the way it is, and right now it seems they're changing it. Like there is a major change, and I'm not really sure if those people who used to use it before they will actually adapt to this new stories thing. I guess we'll see in several
do you
weeks.
want to show that? Do you want to show LinkedIn stories or like?
I can't show you because they launched it only on a few markets at the moment, and it's available in Canada, United States, Brazil, and France, and something like that. And I can't really use it right now. I can't really try.
Do you expect yourself using stories on LinkedIn?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know what kind of content I will be sharing there. It's like, you know,
that's like, why would you share something like for your?
Because you want clicks. Because you want clicks. Because you want clicks.
You don't want. to actually have a certain content in your feed like forever, and you want to share something on LinkedIn that will be available only 24 hours. But what kind of information that could be? I don't know.
I don't want to share anything in there. So for me, this information.
Oh, but you want to. I mean,
relevant.
look into our YouTube. Like, we have 89 views on the previous video and 64 views on the video before that. And you totally want like much more views. So how do you get views? Well, you share this on LinkedIn. You share this
I mean,
on
I
all the
have
social
one
networks that you
connection
have.
there. One connection, my ex-group mate. That's it. That's it.
That's a start. That's a
You
start.
can invite us. We'll become friends.
Oh wow! Finally.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yes.
LinkedIn. I mean, LinkedIn and all other social networks. I mean, you use that to get clicks. You don't. I mean, I don't know why would you use social networks for something else except for getting clicks. But yeah, I mean, people watching
I
that.
would not use this one anyway. Because I don't know. For me, it's like too old
Yeah,
fashioned.
but
I'm sorry.
maybe
Time for this.
to keep up with your network. Well, this is what all
Yes,
LinkedIn
getting
is
clicks.
about. And
That's what I'm supposed to say. I mean, keep up with your networks, getting clicks and giving clicks. Clicks
yeah, and
is
actually getting a little bit of information about the companies. This is something that LinkedIn is actually offering you. Whenever you want to reach out to a certain company, this is the easiest way to see what people are actually, who is working in there, on what positions, and whom you should reach out. This is what I did in my sales, in my previous sales job, you know.
getting clicks and getting sales. That's the best social network ever. Do you
Yes,
use social
yes.
networks in any other way than likes? Likes are also important. Likes are hard currency these days.
Attention.
Lera, but do you need more attention? I mean, you as an artist, you don't even have a Behance account. And like your Instagram account with your art, you don't really advertise that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need attention for my works. I need attention just for myself.
Yeah, you also don't
That's a
promote your
point.
personal account as well.
Huh?
You also don't promote your personal account as well.
I'm fine with the attention that I get right now. So like,
89 views, 89 views, people.
89 views.
But that's on the last video. We'll see how this video works. So, shall we call this LinkedIn stories?
I guess yes. Well, I asked you if you want to start with a weird news. Don't blame me now.
I mean,
it's fine. It's fine.
I like LinkedIn. We get lots of clicks on LinkedIn. So, I mean, what
I
else
don't
do we
like
care
it.
about? What
I
else
don't
do
And
we
we
care
actually
about?
we have more subscribers on LinkedIn. It's not -4, it's plus 35 or something like that.
Oh, indeed. Like, so we made a LinkedIn page and we invited somebody. So actually it was, I mean, we're totally pivoting here. But so we made a LinkedIn page for sort of our this DevRel events thing company, and we need, I mean, followers there. Otherwise, we're talking to ourselves just right now. But yeah, cringy joke. Anyways, the fun story is that the way we were inviting people on LinkedIn, we accidentally discovered with Karina that the way we were inviting people to like our page was exactly the same. We invited all the people that were annoying us and invited us to like some things, and we like sent them back like our page, you creepy dude. If you like our page on LinkedIn, we actually love you.
Yeah, don't call our followers creepy. That's rude.
I mean, that's the problem of doing this live and in one set. But
That's the problem of LinkedIn as well.
no, but I mean,
I'm sorry.
People actually asked us doing this live, right? Like right now, we're in our Discord, as you all see. We're in Discord, and this call is sort of public. We don't announce this call just yet, but we are planning, or like people asked us to make this call public so they can join in, but well, we have other things what we do publicly. The calls on Fridays, then the game calls on Tuesdays, and we'll get there. But I have something to show you today. Or Lear, do you want to do that?
Okay, I can go. I can go first. Yes. We will go for depression right now. So yeah, like I will tell the backstory of it. So basically, I was thinking what to tell today, and yesterday I was like, okay, what do I have? And like I have a depressing mood and so on. And I was like, how other artists are coping with this like stress, and so yeah, and I like accidentally found the series of podcasts about like making art in hard times, because I think it's kind of relevant right now in this to like 2020 when it's like coronavirus and stuff like that. I guess I'm gonna show you. I hope my mic will not. Uh, yes.
I'm listening to
I hope.
and I'm like, you're still asking yourself if you have depression. Do you sometimes like not have a depression?
So yes, right now I'm gonna tell about this. So like, do you hear me normally?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Because I was wondering if my voice is breaking or not. So yeah, I started to listen to this like series of podcasts. So basically, it's a guy. He's a dancer, and he like started to do this as far as I understood during coronavirus time. And I was like, okay, interesting. Let's listen what he thinks about all this situation. And he was like, yeah, I know that your artists are like in pain right now and you're like depressed and struggling, but it's fine. It's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Just be depressed, just drown into the depression and make some art. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he's like, so basically what he told was that, you know, people during these times, they want to see some art. Like people are listening to music when they're stressed out, or they're like watching movies, or some like playing games, reading books, and stuff like that. You know, people are trying to cope with their stress somehow. And he's like, so yeah, artists, it's your duty to provide something to make other people to feel better. And I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting attitude. Is like he makes me feel like a superhero, you know, like, oh yeah.
That's my duty now.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I mean, yesterday at night, she was like doing something, delivering some work and like registering on LinkedIn. So, I mean, that's a
It's
great
working.
podcast. It's working.
So yeah, the way he's saying, he's like, yeah, just drown into this depression, make something, make other people happy, and then you will feel happier. I'm like, oh yes, that totally makes sense. And he gave an example of the artist, like Edvard Munch. Probably you've seen like his paintings, like this one famous one, just in case if someone didn't know. So yeah, like he was making art like before his death, like during Spanish flu, and he was like, he had like this exact art he was making. And he was like, so yeah, I need to draw because like there's a big chance that I'm gonna die right now, so I need to like draw. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing attitude. I mean, like, yeah, that
Acceptance is the first step, right?
yeah, like he's like, so yeah, I need to do something before my death. I'm like, yeah, that's I can totally relate to this. I mean, like right now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like stay alive or in freedom. So yeah, probably I need to do something before.
Wait, are you saying that you shipped the cover pic for the fireside chat yesterday just because you thought you were going to die?
May I not comment this?
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
but
are.
for an artist and for any actually creative job, like super hard feelings, this is something that actually supposed to help you. Is that the true statement or not really?
Actually, yeah, the thing is that I started to see that like the thing that I was trying to get off my depression was taking off like a lot of energy from me. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't get off it. Maybe I should just dive into it and it's fine. Like why should I get rid of it? And so yeah, I
Yeah,
started to
depression
think
is
in
you.
that way. Yeah.
But
So yeah, this guy is also like he's a dancer, so he made more like about choreographers and dancers. Uh, I haven't listened to everything yet, but like I kind of liked it, and I kind of like this attitude to all this artsy stuff. It's very interesting to see from different perspective of art how people feel and so on and so
also,
on.
this is probably your first podcast series ever because you were not really into podcasts before.
Yeah, actually, like for me, it's kind of hard to listen to podcasts. I don't really enjoy it, but this one I was like, yes, dude, yes, okay, yes.
So podcast about the depression, that's the new market niche. So if you're
Yeah,
thinking about what kind of podcast to start, podcast about the depression, and you will have at least one listener.
yay.
Can I actually ask you a question? Since let's put it like this: you have been under enormous pressure as a student recently when you've been in Korea, and like you were really pushed hard to study and to deliver, and obviously that was like pressing and depressing. And then right now you're in Belarus and like 50 plus days of civil unrest and other things. People, if you don't know what we're talking about, just like drop everything, stop us, like this video, and then Google what is Belarus, what's happening in Belarus. So this lady with the ASMR mic in her face has been under enormous pressure, and well, that resulted in heavy depression for quite a while. The question I have right now, with all this context in, you were not able to produce art before. You were drawing, like this pressure have been like too much on you. What changed after listening to the podcast that suddenly the pressure was not too much and you were able to register on LinkedIn, deliver cover art, and do all the other things that you did last night?
Well, how I told you that this guy was like, so it's okay to be in depression because I told you that I was trying to, all my energy went to get rid of this depression, and like right now, like I understand that I
And
don't
now
need
you
to waste.
invested part of this energy to register on LinkedIn.
Yes, yes, exactly.
That's a very good use of energy. So people, if you are depressed and don't know how to use the energy, register on LinkedIn.
No, I guess it works like really through the acceptance. Whenever you really accept that something is wrong going on with you, then it's became an easier for your brain because otherwise your brain is still, in search of the solution. And whenever you accept, you just start using that energy at some point for something else. I don't know. Well, of course it works differently for different people, but I kind of can relate Lara to what you have because for me it worked exactly the same way.
So yeah, it like right now for me it looks so obvious, but like before someone pointed out it for me, I was like, what should I do with that? But right now it's like, okay, I see. It's not
We
that
are
scary.
normalizing depression here. If it
Yeah, so
works,
keep
it
listening
works.
to the podcast. Don't stop. If it
I
works.
since Lara is the
Yeah, I'm definitely
person
gonna finish it.
Lara is the person actually taking care about how this video looks like on YouTube. So I guess you are putting the links somewhere down below.
Yeah.
So and also down below where there would be links to the podcast, there would be links to our magnificent Discord channel where you can find us and join
And
our.
LinkedIn story.
You have exhausted your budgets for cringy jokes and for
Okay.
LinkedIn jokes.
I'll
So
mute myself.
um,
No. Hmm.
that's another joke that it's hard to get unless you join our Friday calls. But actually, it's time for me to shine eventually. Eventually, I have
Yay.
been waiting for 19 minutes and 35 seconds to eventually start showing something. And I have brought you an article today. This one.
What?
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, I expected.
Explain yourself.
Yes, please.
I hope this already is funny enough. But so people watch us. We three all have game development background, and actually quite a huge game dev background, and that's probably the only thing we all three can do. And Laura even has two bachelor degrees in game development from two different universities in two different countries. So, and I wanted to bring a game. There is a Crusader Kings game that everyone is playing, and basically that's a game where you can be yourself. As in, you can be a dictator. So, Liara, that's a game for you, and you can invent your own religion. You can make anything part of that religion, including cannibalism, and well, you can do many things, including eating prisoners. So there is just a clickbaity title to these articles that I actually don't like this game. I tried to play it. I didn't find it fun. Maybe because I don't have an ambitions to be a dictator or to rule
What
the
about
world.
religion?
What about eating people?
But you're no cringe jokes anymore. You don't have budgets for cringe jokes for the rest of
We
this
don't have
episode.
credit.
No LinkedIn jokes, no cringe jokes, no. Yeah.
Can you leave the chat then?
Where was I? Actually, I wanted to bring something else today, but whatever. Since we're in this mood, let's focus on this and on the game. Actually, I wanted to bring the article about company culture and be very serious about it and do a full narration about company culture and company communications. But I'll just bring it next Wednesday. So for today, let's focus on the game and the article. So in this game you don't have common victory conditions, as I understand. So for example, when you play Civilization, you have certain victory conditions like launch rocket to the moon, conquer something, military victory, cultural victory, like many victory, like there is a definition of victory, and then you're sort of playing the game to get into one of these victory conditions. Old World, a game that sort of is a mix between Crusader Kings and Civilization, you also had victory conditions. And in Crusader Kings, you sort of can be just yourself, eat prisoners, invent...
Express yourself.
Yes. And that's how people express themselves. They eat prisoners.
Can you actually visit each other? Like, for example, we'll all express ourselves in this game and then visit each other's kingdom? I don't know.
And each imprison each other. And so, I mean, the game mechanics are quite interesting, but the game doesn't look too beautiful, let's put it this way. It's just like the map of the avatar of your people, of yourself and other peers. And I don't think it's multiplayer.
And I guess it's PC, right? It's not on mobile.
No, it's PC.
Okay.
It's
It's PCgamer.com, so I guess, yeah.
But we promise no cringe jokes.
Okay. That's not a joke. That's me being not attentive.
I'm thinking, shall we call this episode a rob I mean, or do you have more cringy jokes into that? Anyways, I mean, what I was trying to say that it's fun that you can be just yourself in this game and a ruler, like in this early world, and you can imprison people, including kids, and they sort of die in your prison, and there are no like the game doesn't really punish yourself if you do all these
That's
crazy things, and you can be super
that's actually a
evil.
yeah, sorry. That's actually a super slippery slope,
Being
because
evil?
it 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 yes, it gets to this total argument about whether for someone who actually has this weird super dreams is actually this is the place where he or she can express
Yes,
herself in
but
a
let
way,
them play the
and then
game. Let them play the
yeah,
game.
and then
Otherwise, they
not
become
do.
rulers of Belarus and imprison real people.
Yes, but maybe this is something that actually will nourish their desire to become a dictator or to, I don't know, something. But this is like the argument that
Yeah.
lasts forever about the games, and that's why I'm saying that this is a slippery slope, right? Because on one hand, this is a totally safe area for you to do whatever you want to do. And on the other hand, this is something that actually can. What is that? Metro?
Yes, that's Metro
Mm.
game. That's I mean, since we're into games, again, we three have lots of experience in game development, and we actually are launching a series of game dev talks right in this Discord. So here we go. I'm using this opportunity not to just ask people for likes and subscribes, but also to invite them to whatever we are launching on our Discord. But the reason I'm bringing in Metro is that in this game you get punished for being evil, and get punished as in no, you don't die. Instead, your friends die. The world reacts to you being evil, and it's not easy. I mean, this is a post-apocalyptic world. It's hard to be good when the environment is super hostile. So just as an example, you're going like somewhere on a train, and then your train breaks, and you're like, okay, we need to like some resources or something, and then you end up in a society of religious fanatics. They're not evil as themselves, but they're hostile to you. Like they strongly believe in something. For example, they are anti-technology, and you're like with guns and tech, because it's post-apocalyptic world. And if you are evil toward these people who are hostile to you and don't let you do what like get what you want, and like move further, like if you start shooting them, the world reacts to you in a way that one of your friends may die. And further on, in other missions, in other locations, if you are evil toward the weak, that is hostile to you. And I'm highlighting the world is hostile to you. And if you return this evilness, hostility back to the world, well, your friends die. And that's just a concept that
So you're
is not
supposed to
present
suffer
in
by
Crusader
yourself,
Kings. Um,
not to let your friends die.
I mean, we don't live in easy world. We don't live in easy life. I mean, not yesterday's, last week's episode was funny, and in this episode, we have normalized depression. We have normalized evilness, and not.
Decadent stories.
Yeah, we have a safe place now to unleash our evil.
I mean, this is so creepy. I mean, she has just put LinkedIn stories on the same line with cannibalism, evilness, and depression. Are you proud of yourself? You're proud of yourself, aren't you? So this is Generation Z for you people. And Do you have anything to say until I stop recording this episode that gonna bring us -4 subscribers?
I don't have any credit for saying anything, so I guess I'll shut up and wait till the end.
Karina, I mean, you still may save this episode by saying something that's gonna bring us more subscribers or comments, something.
Already joked all my
Please
cringy
subscribe.
jokes.
Please don't leave.
Please don't leave.
Don't live a great life. I have exhausted my cringy jokes budget as well.
Okay, we all done then.
We're all done. Yeah, but anyways, if you like us three, there are more people in this Discord channel. We have weekly social hangouts. We are launching new game dev focus hangouts on Tuesday, where we are bringing all our game dev friends to talk about stuff. So I will bring friends. I'm a very early Unity employee. Like, I joined Unity when it was a small startup, and I'll bring in people from that, like, to remember how Unity was 12 years ago or something. And then we're gonna talk about other things, about other games, and Lera can talk about her game dev experience in Korea and how Asians were racistic towards her or towards all other white people. And yeah, I mean, we'll make it fun, unlike this episode today. No LinkedIn jokes on me.
Okay.
What else? There is still one person watching that. So before they stop, do you want to say goodbye or
Goodbye.
Yeah, bye. We'll become better the next Wednesday. So I promise I won't bring any other LinkedIn news.
I don't promise. We're just being ourselves, and yeah, and -4 likes, -4 subscribers. Good. See you next Wednesday.
See you.